Move on up. Move on up. Move on up. But tell me up to what exactly? Same ladder, different rungs, still built to trap me. They say reach the top, I say reach your hand in my pocket. System of rocket ship, they never plan for us to clock it. Destination on the ticket, but the route stays hitting. Complications ain't a detour, that's the road they written. Bite your lip and take the trip, translation take the loss. I'm rewriting every footnote on the map, they tried to boss. Move on up, I moved and found the ceilings painting low. Beautiful people in the steeple, who's the one kind? No, generations told to push who benefits from that. The scheme is in the dream they sold, I want my money back. Yeah, move on up. Move on up. Move on up. Move on up. They said move on up. The destination was never ours. Move on up. Move on up. Move on up. Move on up. They said move on up. But the destination was never ours. Keep on pushing what? A boulder up a hill. Sisyphus got rebranded, now they call it hustle still. Take nothing less than a supreme. I took the whole theology, flipped it. My supremacy ain't measured by your colony. Wet road ahead, you cannot slip. I never needed grip, I needed someone honest about the ice they put beneath the clip. Pass the test, who's test the one they write and grade themselves? I'm submitting my own rubric, let them grade it on my shelves. Little faith, I got a warehouse full, the bank gon' touch it. Mine too, with my mind been near the gates, they double clutch. Folks might understand me by and by, I'll be long gone. By the time they understand, I'm moving at the speed of dawn. Move on up. Move on up. Move on up. Move on up. They said move on up, but the destination was never ours. Move on up. Move on up. Move on up. Move on up. They said move on up, but the destination was never ours. Hush now, child. Nah, I will not hush. Every generation hushed is how they kept the boot and brush on our necks. I'm speaking for the ones who kept it moving. With nothing but they nervous, still the world called it losing. Dream is your only scheme, they meant to make us small. A scheme is what they run, a dream is what we build. A wall around the things worth keeping. Move on up means move on purpose, not on schedule, not on cue, not for their benefit or service. Move on up. Move on up. Move on up. Move on up. There's a hell below. We're already there. Sisters, brothers, and the others. Everybody waiting on the system that was built while everybody's frustrating. Patience where I can, like the promises that stay. And hell below, we're living in the antechamber, graduating. Blacks and the crackers, police and the actors. All the benefactors of the same extractors. The machine needs fuel, guess who's in the reactor? Read between the law and find the silent subcontractors. If there's a hell below, there's somebody you'll disown. Permitted it, just staffed it and collected on the loan. The deed is public record, the address is well known. Every zip code that was redlined is a hell of its own, yeah. Everybody's gonna do. We're all gonna go. If there's a hell below, we're already there. Yeah. Everybody's gonna go. We're all gonna go. If there's a hell below, yeah. Politicians on the left and right, same Taylor, same donor list, same offshore account details. The protesting, the policy come from the same email. Revolution televised was always just for sale. Healthcare like a ransom, education like a lace to find princes. You'll never own the thing you need the most. Peace, they tell you work your way up. I say work your way to what? A corner office in the building on the block that's getting cut. Generation after generation, reading the same script, handed down like heirlooms. Every family gets a bit. If dignity eroded in the system that's equipped to make you think the cage is yours, go ahead and grab. Everybody's gonna go. We're all gonna go. If there's a hell below, we're already there. If there's a hell below, we built the elevator. Shine the doors and press the button, called ourselves spectators. Every silence was a signature, every look away a cosign on the contract that designed today. But here's the flip side, hell has an address means it has a deed. Means someone owns it means it can be challenged. That's the seed. The knowledge that the cage was built means it can be unbuilt. The guilt is not the destination, it's the blueprint for the tilt. Yeah. We're all gonna go eventually, but not today. Today we name the architects and make them earn their pay. And accountability, the currency they hate the most. If there's a hell below, they'll find it in the morning post. Everybody's gonna go. We're all gonna go. If there's a hell below, we're already there. Go. We're all gonna go. If there's a hell below, we're already there. Walking top, 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 I'm your mama, I'm your daddy, read that literal and slow. The one who feeds the need when the legitimate won't go. I'm your doctor when the doctor got a waiting list that's permanent. I'm your comfort in the system that designed your discouragement. Pusherman, the title is a job description, not a crown. I move the weight the neighborhood demands before it brings them down. I didn't build the demand, I found a market and I served it. Every businessman I ever read about deserving silk and satin, leather and lace. The wardrobe of the role, the costume of the corner. You become the clothes you sold, darkest of night. Moon shining bright, that's not romance. That's a man who works nice cause the day don't give him a chance. Yeah. Pusherman, Pusherman, Pusherman. That's the name they gave the corner. Pusherman. Before they named the system that made the corner necessary. The game's got rules I didn't write but I'm held to. The exit costs more than the entry, that's the sell through. Every connect is a contract with no termination clause. Every package is a partnership with no applause. I watch the ones I serve lose everything they had. The irony is I'm the last one that they're mad at. The dealer gets the anger that belongs to the designer of conditions. I'm a symptom, look behind me, gold plated. That just means it turns eventually. The shine is borrowed time. I know this mentally, but mental and physical are different counties. When the rent is due and hungry is the only bounty. Pusherman, Pusherman. That's the name they gave the corner. Pusherman. Before they named the system that made the corner necessary. Every Pusherman I know has got an exit plan. One more package, one more season, then I'm out, man. One more winter, one more summer, then the family's straight. Funny how the seasons multiply, the exit's always late. The trap don't need a lock, it runs on your own logic. Story that you tell yourself becomes the chronic. I'm not a villain, I'm a product of a villainous design. Every moral that you judge me with was written in that same fine line. So push, because the alternative wasn't offered. And pray, because the exit route still hasn't opened. And know that this was never meant to be the story. For anyone who looks like me, that's the real Pusherman's glory. Pusherman. Before they named the system that made the corner necessary. Pusherman. 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 It's a family affair. It's a family affair. It's a family affair. It's a family affair. It's a family. One child grows up to be somebody who just loves to learn. Another child grows up to be somebody who just likes to burn. Same mother, same father, different conclusions from the same curriculum. The house was the school, what it taught depended on the minimum. Ways that came through the door, the patience that stayed or left, the way love got expressed through the language of what's left after bills, after stress, after the world took its portion. What remains in the family is often just extortion. It's a family affair, meaning nobody outside understands. The specific way to be in love with insufficient hands, the specific grace of mothers who gave more than was given, the specific debt that children carry, call it living. Yeah. It's a family affair. Family affair. It's a family affair. What happened in that house stayed in the house and came with you when you left the house. It's a family affair. What happened in that house stayed in the house and came with you when you left the house. The sins of the father is a biblical convenience for not examining the structure that creates the grievance. What we call family dysfunction has an origin point, usually about 4 generations back from this joint. Great-granddaddy worked the field, granddaddy worked the plant, daddy worked the corner cause the plant said it can't take any more applications from your neighborhood. Specifically, the red line did the talking scientifically. So when the son grows up with a father who's absent, the absence has an address that precedes the son's existence. It's not a character defect, it's arithmetic. Poverty compounding over generations, that's the trick. It's a family affair. Family affair. It's a family affair. What happened in that house stayed in that house and came with you when you left the house. It's a family affair. What happened in that house stayed in that house and came with you when you left the house. But here's the thing about a family, the love don't need conditions. It survives the damage. Sometimes it is the ammunition that you carry into battles you didn't volunteer for. The memory of being held before the world showed you the floor. My mother's hands, my father's laugh before it got complicated. My sister's defiance, my brother's silence navigated all of it. The whole difficult, beautiful disaster is the family, the affair, the thing that makes me faster through whatever comes cause they gave me the blueprint. Even when the blueprint was a warning, I used it. It's a family affair, means it's mine, it belongs to me. The damage and the love equally, that's the family. It's a family affair. The family affair. It's a family affair. What happened in that house stayed in that house and came with you when you left the house. It's a family affair. What happened in that house stayed in that house and came with you when you left the house. It's a family affair. It's a family affair. It's a family affair. It's a family affair. Mercy, mercy me. Mercy, 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 mercy me. The things ain't what they used to be. Mercy, mercy me. Things ain't what they used to be. Used to be they hit it, now they advertise the deed. Oil in the water, plastic in the bloodstream with a seed. Poison in the air, call it policy, call it greed. Where did all the blue sky go? I ask because the children ask, and the children's children after them inherit every task. We declined to finish, called it progress, called it growth. Every quarterly earnings call is an ecological oath. Radiation underground, radiation in the food, the water table compromise. Nobody's in the mood to interrupt the market. Mercy, mercy me, the ecology was never a priority. It was always weak, yeah. Mercy, mercy me. Mercy, mercy. Things ain't what they used to be. They're exactly what the documents said they would be. Fish full of mercury, soil full of liability. The company settles, which means the damage has a fee. With nobody bid time, that's the ecology of justice. What consequences flow downstream and the source adjustance. Pricing model passes cost to the consumer of the product of the poison. That's the structure, that's the tumor. Mercy for the shareholders, mercy for the board. Mercy is the language that they speak when they afford. The finest lawyers and the finest legislation to ensure that mercy flows upward. That's the nation. We inherited mercy. That's the one thing that the ones below can give each other. That's the offering. Mercy, mercy, mercy. Things ain't what they used to be. They're exactly what the document said they would be.
My grandmother boiled water before it was a trend. Knew something about the pipes before the study was penned. Instinct and survival dressed the superstition. Now they write papers on what she practiced.
That's the permit.
Structure of knowledge, who gets to define the real? My grandfather's no one was dismissed until the deal was signed and the diagnosis came confirmed, and mercy was a settlement.
That's what the system learned, yeah.
So mercy, mercy me. I say it like a prayer, not to the sky, to each of us,
because the sky's not there
the way it was. Mercy is the only currency we got left that hasn't been extracted.
Mercy, mercy me.
Mercy, mercy me. Mercy, 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 mercy,
mercy, mercy me. Mercy,
mercy.
Things ain't what they used to be.
Exactly what the documents
said they would be.
Mercy, mercy me. Mercy, mercy. Mercy, 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 mercy me. They're exactly what the document said
they would be.
Mercy, mercy me.
Things ain't what they used to be. Things ain't what they used to be. Things ain't what they used to be.
Mercy, 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 mercy me. Mercy, mercy me. Mercy, 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 mercy me. Mercy me.
Things ain't what they used to be.
Mercy, 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 mercy. Mercy, 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 mercy me. Mercy, mercy me. Mercy, mercy, mercy. Mercy, 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 mercy. Rock Creek Park. Red is the drill. Rock Creek Park. Red is the drill. Ride it, not fight it. Ride it, not fight it. Ride it, not fight it. Wordplay rewards. Repeat it. Rock the park, any park. The park is a philosophy. Wherever people gather is a cipher, that's the policy. I've been rocking corner cipher studios and rooftops. Any elevated surface where the truth drops. The brink is where the beat down is the bars breathe. Where the drummer made the space and now the rapper plants the seed. Every sample is a conversation with the source. Every flipper's a negotiation after discourse. Rock Creek Park. They made love in the park at night. I make bars in the dark where there isn't any light. Same energy, creation against the backdrop of a city that's indifferent. That's the map stop.
Yeah.
Rock Creek Park. Rock Creek Park. Rock Creek Park. Where the break lives and the break is the only thing that's always free. Yeah, I found this break in the bin marked $1.50. The whole culture was $1.50. Call that thrifty, call that genius, call that necessity mothering. Invention every SP 1200, it was a smothering of the original into something new and undeniable. The sample is a time machine, it's not deniable. I'm talking to the drummer who recorded this in 75. Through the groove, that's how the dead stay alive. Rock Creek Park. The location is beside the point is the gathering. For cipher, the joint, effort of community to make something from nothing. Every bar I write is Rock Creek Park, that's something. Rock Creek Park, Rock Creek Park. Where the break lives and the break is the only thing that's all. Every producer, whoever moved the crowd started here in the break, in the loop, in the space between the years. The separated source from sample, ancestor from air. The inheritance was rhythmic, you was always in the air. I rock the park because the park
park was always ours. Before the development, before the selling of the hours of community in the condos, before the gentrification. Rock Creek Park was documentation. That's the station, yeah. I'm locked in. The break is the contract I signed with every beat maker who put the culture on the line. This is Boom Bap, this is Rock Creek, this is the park where the culture built the fire in the permanent dark. Rock Creek Park, where the break live. Rock Creek Park, and the break is the only thing that's always free. Always free. Rock.
Other with a lot of more friends. They call them thugs, meaning anything that makes them nervous. The suited ones who wrote the word and then decided on its service. As a container for the human beings they prefer to keep outside the conversation, label it and lose it in the deep. Freeze. That's a thug, hoodie at the corner store. Brief. That's a thug, too loud in the corridor. Brief. That's a thug, crying in the wrong direction. Belief. That's a thug, if it questions the selection. Willie Hutch put it on a record in 73. The word had been a weapon since before that weaponry. Don't require invention, they just rebrand a tool and teach the generation that the label is the rule, yeah. Thug, that's what they called us. Plus the definition changes based on who's afraid. The definition always stays the same, whoever's in the way. Thug etymology, a colonial export from the Thuggy cult in India. That's the report. British Empire needed a word for resistance to their order. Imported it, repurposed it, planted it across the border. Every community, they needed to contain the word as a technology. That's not hyperbole, it's plain as the record Willie made before they added the platinum to the formula. The B-side is where the facts live. I'm the thug in the definition. That means I was inconvenient to a structure that required my compliance as a lenient assumption of my place. I declined, that's the crime, misdemeanor of existing outside of someone's paradigm. That's what they called us. The definition changes based on who's afraid. The definition always stays the same, whoever's in the So I reclaim the word the way I reclaim the sample. Take what they weaponize, then make it ample. Evidence of survival, that's the etymology I write. Thug means I was standing when they needed me to fight, or flee, or disappear, or shrink below the sight line. Instead I made a record, this is that record. Find mine in the bin, marked B-side, marked overlooked, marked thread. Every bar is a thug act, I haven't stopped yet. Willie knew we put it in the title with no disclaimer. The gritty on Crystal Funk is the container for the truth that the mainstream wouldn't carry. That's the crate, the B-side is the thesis, underground is the gate. With I'm out of my grace. With I'm out of my grace. Street life, meaning everything that happens between the hours. The official record doesn't cover all the powers. The shape of neighborhood between the statistics. The human catalog that never makes the linguistics a policy.
The grandmother who raises 3, the corner store that floated credit in a family's lean, the deacon who drove kids to practice in a van that leaked, the mechanic who fixed the block's cars on a sliding fee. That's street life, not the version that they sell. The mutual aid economy they never learned to spell. In budget documents, it doesn't fit the model of dependency. They need to justify the throttle. Yeah, street life. Street life. There's only one rule. I've seen the informal market operate at scale that would embarrass the former one without the digital trail. The handshake credit, the barter and the trade, the collective child raising, the community tide paid in time. The currency that rich people claim they have, but spend on nothing that the neighborhood can have back. Street life runs on reciprocity. The technical term is community, the real term is we. Joe Sample put a piano on it and the Crusaders made it swing. Randy Crawford sang the version that would make the city sing. I'm rapping the version that the city actually lives. The prose beneath the poetry, the taking and the give. Street life. Street life. Street. Street life. There's only one rule. But here's the thing about a street, it's also where they fell in love. Under the same fire escape, the same push and shove of daily survival made a space for the extraordinary. The first kiss and the last goodbye, the legendary. Moments don't require the proper setting, they require the real. The concrete is as valid as the carpeted deal. The street life is a full life, comedy and tragedy on the same block, sometimes in the same family. Yeah. Joe Sample knew that's why the piano sounds like that. Both beautiful and heavy, carrying the act of living without the safety net the others take for granted. Street life, every bar I've written has been planted in it. Street life. Street life. It's a program, not a speech at the pulpit, an action diagram. We've had the diagnosis for 100+ years. The prescription's in our hands, that's where it appears. Work it out like mathematics, identify the variable. The one thing we can change to make the outcome more bearable. Then actually change it, not discuss the change and not perform the change and not live stream the ranging of emotions. I mean change it, that's the working out that Willie Hutch put on a record worth purchasing. Not the easy version, the one that cost something real. Brother's gonna work it out and that work is gonna fail. Yeah. Brother's gonna work it out. The purpose all of us, the work is immediate. Accountability isn't a word I used to punish, it's a word I use because the alternative's rubbish trip. The community that drifts doesn't build, it performs the building on a stage that's never filled with the actual result. Work it out means measure it. Did it work? Did the community treasure it? Enough to protect it, enough to resource it, enough to call a meeting when it needs to be endorsed with real investment. Time, the currency that matters, not the tweet, not the repost, not the scattered attention of an audience. The focused hours of the people who have something at stake, that's the power. Yeah. Brother's gonna work it out. The purpose all of us, the work is immediate. Work it out means show
showing up when the showing up is hard. Means funding the thing when your own wallet's scarred. Means passing the credit to the one who needs the platform. Means taking the criticism without performing your reform. It means the brother next to you is not your competition. It means the sister building is your best coalition. It means the elder has a resource that the young need. It means the young have an energy the elder should feed. Willie wrote it as a funk record. I write it as a blueprint. The groove is the container. The bars are the true print of what working out actually looks like on the ground level. Brothers gonna work it out. No devil, no bevel. Just the work, just the people, just the doing of the thing. That's what Willie meant. That's what the brothers gonna bring.
Darkest of night, and I mean that as a resume. I operate in the hours that the legitimate don't play. Moon shining bright is my office light, that's my infrastructure. The city after midnight is my corporate structure. Superfly, the name is a mythology I didn't write. The neighborhood awarded it because I won their flight. From hunger I provided when the system declined. To call that criminal, I call that finding what was designed to fail. And filling in the gap, that's entrepreneurial by any business school definition. The material of case studies, except my case study ends in cuffs. So early and the textbook doesn't cover that enough, yeah. Superfly. Superfly, that's the name they gave the night shift. Before they gave it a sentence, same night shift. Aim night shift. Before they gave it a sentence, same night shift. Before they gave it a sentence. The game's got aesthetics, silk and leather and the lean. The walk that says you made it in the language of the scene. I won't pretend I didn't want it. The arrival and the status of the man who is regarded, that's the habitus. Scarcity rewarded, every poor boy wants the crown. The system manufactured, then it calls you for the gown. And sentencing the ceremony's less glamorous that day. The silk and leather don't translate to what the jury say. But in the midnight hours before the morning of that day, the logic of the game was airtight, I could not see the fray. At the edges of the story, I was living in the center. Every Superfly believes they'll be the one who won't remember. Superfly. Superfly, that's the name they gave the night shift. Before they gave it a sentence, same night shift. Main night shift. Before they gave it a sentence, same night shift. Before they gave it a sentence, same. Yeah, Curtis wrote this for a film, but the film was the documentary of a million brothers living what he makes seem momentary. Cinematic, but the runtime for the real ones doesn't end. At 2 hours it ends when there's nothing left to spend. I wear the Superfly like armor in the interrogation room, because the myth is bigger than the altercation with reality. And I need the myth to make it through, the accounting of a life that the mythology outgrew. Curtis knew, he wrote the indictment and the love song simultaneously. That's why the wire guitar's so strong. It's beautiful and dangerous and going somewhere dark. Superfly, the soundtrack to ambition in the park. Yeah. Superfly. Superfly, that's the name they gave the night shift. Before they gave it a sentence, same night shift. Name night shift. Before they gave it a sentence, same night shift. Before they gave it a sentence, same night shift. Think about it. 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 Think
think about it. Think about it. The imperative that nobody follows. Every generation handed the same pill to swallow. Think about the system, then go back to the system. The prescription and the disease come from the same physician. Think about the break who benefited from the sample, while the original got filed under example. In the theory course, not a royalty statement. Think about the distance between credit and payment. Think of Lynn Collins hitting 72. James Brown produced it. That's two people who built something that 1,000 rappers built their houses on. Think about the architecture. Think about who's living on. Yeah. Think about it. Think about it. Think about it. Think about what you consume before you consume it. The algorithm fed you that. Did you choose it or did it choose you? That's the question underneath. Every trending topic is a brief for the thought you didn't finish. Think about the half ideas that we post as conclusions. Think about the fears that get repackaged as opinions. Think about the source before you run the marathon. Think about the course. Think about the sample. Think about the break. Think about who hasn't eaten while you debate the steak. Think about the children in the classrooms with the ceiling tiles falling. Think about the distance between here and there in miles. Think about it. Think about it. Think about it. Think about it. Think into action. That's the gap nobody bridges between the knowledge and the living. That's the ridges we keep falling in. To think about it means nothing if the thinking doesn't change to something. Think about the break in a literal sense. Where does it come from? Who played it? Who recorded it? Whose hands and whose kingdom of talent built the foundation that the whole thing stands on? Think about the giants, then think about where you land on. The shoulders think it's an act of respect, not a passive exercise. It's the intellect as responsibility. Think about it hard until the thinking breaks you open. That's the yard by which I measure understanding. Broken open is the start. Think about it, then think deeper, then think into your art. Yeah. Think about it. 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 Cause my mother cracked. My mother cried cosmic tears. I didn't understand the cosmos, just understood the grind. That was the closest. I got the prayer as a child, but reaping in the kitchen while the cosmic slop of circumstance kept switching the channels. One channel was the father who was present, one channel was the milk collector, one was pleasant. Memory of something better, all three playing simultaneously on the same television. That's the family. Clinton took the guitar into darkness at 73, and the darkness is where I learned to read between the lines of what was said and what was meant, between the love that was present and the love that went. Cosmic slop, one cosmic slop. The beautiful and ugly mixed until you can't tell which. That's not the exception. That's not cosmic slop. That's the definition. That's the stick. Time to be a psychedelic if you look at it close enough. The hallucination, the normalcy over a base of rough reality. The way you build a life on the foundation that the architects designed for another nation. And still, the flowers grow in the concrete garden. Still, the music from the window keeps the heart from hardening completely. Cosmic slop means both the slop and the cosmos. A transcendence in the squalor, oath for closest. Them the honest I can offer. My mother knew. That's why she wept with the full weight of someone who has seen both, had lived in the distance between them, and found that the cosmos lives exactly in the same. Cosmic slop, one cosmic slop. A beautiful and ugly mixed until you can't tell which. That's not the exception. Cosmic slop, that's the definition. That's the stick. I
carry the cosmic slop like a birthright in the warning. The birthright is the beauty, the warning is the morning. When the beauty has to pay rent, and the rent is always higher than the beauty. That's the fire that Clinton and the Funkadelics put on wax. The strange truth that the comfortable don't have access to. Because you need the slop to understand the cosmic. But transcendence is a product of the toxic and the beautiful. My mother's weeping was both grief and aria simultaneously. That's the O of everyone who's made something from the place they were given. Cosmic slop, that's not a compromise, that's living. Yeah. Cosmic slop, that's the definition. That's the cosmic slop. Cosmic slop, that's the definition. That's the cosmic slop. Cosmic slop. Cosmic slop. Cosmic slop. Cosmic slop. Cosmic slop. That's the definition. Cosmic slop. My mother cried, guys. Cosmic slop. My mother cried, cosmic slop. My mother cried, cosmic slop. My mother cried. My mother cried. My mother cried. Cosmic slop. My mother cried cosmic tears. I didn't understand the cosmic. My mother cried cosmic tears. My mother cried cosmic slop. One cut. Cosmic slop. My mother cried. My mother. Monologue. The flip is the sign. No heard a different way. Same truth. Different way. Cosmic slop. My mother cried. Mama. Different way. Cosmic slop. My mother cried. Wait, so. My mother cried cosmic tears. My mother cried. Cosmic slide. My mother cried cosmic tears. I didn't understand the cosmic. My mother cried. The cosmic slide. My mother cried cosmic tears. My mother cried cosmic slide. Cosmic slide. My mother cried. My mother cried cosmic tears. I didn't understand the cosmic. My mother cried. My mother cried. My mother cried. Cosmic slide. My mother cried. My mother cried cosmic tears. My mother cried. My mother cried. My mother cried cosmic tears. Cosmic slop. My mother cried cosmic tears. My mother cried cosmic tears. My mother cried cosmic slop. tears. My mother cried. My mother cried. Cosmic Slop. My mother cried. Cosmic Slop. My mother cried. My mother. People get ready. People get ready. People get ready. People get ready. People get ready, but ready for what exactly? The train that Curtis sang about don't run through here exactly. On schedule, we've been waiting on that platform since the 60s. The ticket was a promise, and the promise kept us tricky. Compliant, waiting for the train to come and take us somewhere better, while the somewhere better tried to break us. Down for pause, people get ready means be alert. Not passive, not patient, get ready means get to work. Ain't no room for the hopeless sinner. I know that I've been the hopeless sinner at the station many times, but hope and hopeless aren't the territory. Readiness is the preparation before the opportunity. That's the thesis.
People get ready.
People
Get ready. People get ready. The train is the metaphor.
With the tracks we leave by hands that never got support.
The train is infrastructure, who built the rail? The Chinese workers and the Irish and the black ones, that detail got cut from the brochure. Look, people get ready means acknowledge who dug the ground that made the journey steady. Faith is the key, don't need no baggage, just board. I like to see that sermon preached in every school ward, where the children have the baggage of the generational weight and need more than a key. They need the gate to be open. People get ready means prepare the way, not just yourself, the community. Every day is a readiness practice, is a showing up with what you have and making it enough. That's the faith, that's the math.
People get ready.
People get ready.
People get ready. The train is the metaphor.
The tracks were laid by hands.
I'm getting ready like my grandmother got ready. At press, back straight, spirit unsteady, but present. That's the getting ready that she modeled, not the absence of fear. The fear acknowledged and followed by the action anyway. That's the train she caught, not the promised one. The one her readiness bought, the incremental one, the one that cost her everything she had, and still she got it ready, still she rode it. All that glad.
People get ready.
People get ready. I read it now as instruction, not for the apocalypse, for the construction of a day that's slightly better than the one before.
People get ready.
People get ready. That's the gospel.
That's the score.
People
get ready.
People get ready. People
Get ready. People get ready.
People get ready. People get ready. People get ready. People get ready. People get ready.
People get ready.
People get ready. People get ready. People get ready. People
People get ready. People get ready. People get ready. People get ready. People get ready.
People get ready.
People get ready. People get ready. People get ready.
People get ready. Yeah. People get ready. People get ready.
People get ready. People get ready. People get ready.
People get ready. People get ready. People
get ready. People get ready.
People get ready.
People get ready.
People get ready.
People get ready.
People get ready. Yeah, people get ready. 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 Yeah. Ready. People. Yeah.
People get ready.
People get ready. People
get ready.
People get ready. People get ready. People get ready. People get ready. People get ready. People get ready. People get ready. People get ready. People get ready. People get ready. People get ready. Jungle Boogie, they said it like an insult and we took it. Built a culture on the rhythm that they claim they overlooked it, but they couldn't. Every room we entered rearranged. Every sound we made became the sound they claim they made strange. The boogie is the philosophy, the jungle is the range of environments we thrive in that they called untamed. Untamed means not yet colonized. Call it primary. Jungle Boogie, that's the origin, that's the commentary. Cool in the gang in 73, nobody asked permission. Just brought the horns and brought the bass and brought the mission to make the room move. That's the oldest human objective. Before the politics, before the war, just collective. Jungle Boogie. Jungle Boogie. Jungle Boogie. Jungle Boogie. Get down. I've been in rooms where
this record made strangers family for 3 minutes and 40 seconds. That's the alchemy of a groove that bypasses every defense mechanism and reaches the part that remembers the rhythm. Before language, before argument, before the prison paper, before the ideology, the boogie is the shaper of community faster than any policy decision. Cool in the gang wrote the civic document with precision. 2 horns of baseline and the instruction to get down, which means be present, which means release the crown of whatever you were carrying. The jungle is the clearing where the boogie does the talking. That's the hearing. Jungle boogie. Jungle boogie. Boogie. Jungle boogie. Jungle boogie. Get down, get down, get down. Every sample that came after owes a debt to this corridor. The horn and the bass and the boogie, the predecessor of every party record, every club record, every DJ set that made the room forget its divisions. That's the debt. I pay it by performing at the level that it acts, not explaining it, not academicizing the tasks of the groove, just bringing the same energy they brought in 73. That's what Kool and the Gang taught. Get down means actually get down, not metaphorically, means your body in the music. Historically, that's the most radical act. Presence full and unreserved, jungle boogie, all of it, every note deserved. Down. I got a thing, meaning I gotta practice on the principle. Not a talent show with discipline. The pinnacle of which is consistency. The thing you got becomes the thing that gets you through when everything else succumbs. You got a thing, meaning the gift isn't scarce, it's distributed. The problem is the farce of a structure that convinces you yours isn't worth developing. The gatekeeping is the only thing, the leveling. Everybody got a thing, that's the funkadelic thesis applied to any context where the axis is in pieces. The thing is yours before the market says it is, before the industry validates, before the biz. Yeah. I got a thing. Got a thing. Everybody got a thing. The thing is not for sale. The thing is the starting point.
Before they try to make it a commodity, before the joint.
I got a thing.
Got a thing.
Everybody got a thing. The thing is not for sale. The thing is the starting point.
Before they try to make it a commodity.
Everybody selling the thing before they built the thing. The marketplace arrived before the workshop. That's the sting of the current moment. Brand before the substance, audience before the craft. That's the abundance. Paradox, too much too soon means nothing deep enough. The thing requires depth, requires the rough draft. The failed version, the attempt that nobody sees. That's where the thing develops. In the privacy, Funkadelic did the work in the basement in Detroit. Before the parliament was parliament, before the joint venture of 1,000 influences. Just a thing, raw and unwitnessed. That's where greatness starts to sing. Yeah. I got a thing.
I got a thing.
Everybody got a thing. The thing is not for sale. The thing is the starting point.
Before they try to make it a commodity, before the joint.
I got a thing.
I got a thing.
Everybody got a thing. The thing is not for sale. The thing is the starting point.
Before they try to make it a commodity.
I got a thing, means I took responsibility for what I was given. That's the facility of self, to take the raw material and make it precise. The practice until the practice is the price of admission to your own standard, not theirs, yours. The Funkadelic were in dialogue with themselves before the tours, before the audiences, before the critical reception. They had the thing and the thing was their inception. So this is the close 15 tracks, one session. Every bar practice, every flip a lesson in the ongoing conversation with the source that started in the crate. That's the force. You got a thing, it's called your life. Don't wholesale it, don't let the market set the price before you've held it in your hands long enough to know what it is worth. To think percent of the industry, that's the birth that matters. Not the release date, not the chart position. The thing you got developed in the dark, that's the commission. I got a thing. I got a thing.
I got a thing.
Everybody think.
thing is not for sale. I got a thing. I got a thing.
Everybody got it. The thing is not for sale.